Admiral's Log. The deployment of the Cursed Fish-class battleships has proven to be a turning point in our ongoing conflict with the German fleet. Although both of these pioneering vessels were ultimately lost in the heat of battle, their impact was undeniable. The devastation they wrought upon the German battleships was nothing short of critical, leaving our adversaries reeling from the unexpected onslaught. The sacrifice of these cursed fish has not been in vain. Their success has validated our strategy and demonstrated the power of innovation and adaptability in the face of superior technology. Inspired by this triumph, I have immediately ordered the construction of a new iteration of these ships, incorporating the lessons learned from their maiden voyage. These new vessels will be even more formidable, equipped with enhanced torpedoes, improved armor, and greater agility. They will serve as the vanguard of our naval forces, spearheading our efforts to dismantle the German fleet piece by piece. Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome to episode 33. We're about to have a major clash with the Germans off the coast of Santa Cruz. This is where I had a naval invasion force. I was poking and prodding over down here in Sierra Leone. And apparently they didn't like that. So what I did was send the apparently now rebuilt Thüringen. I badly damaged her before. Kaiser Karl der Große, the BB-1244, and the Graf Spee. And no, this is not the regular Graf Spee with 11-inch guns. This is their battleship Graf Spee with 8 17.2-inch guns. Now, these ships are all very expensive. This is 12 billion a pop. This thing's only 4 billion, but this is kind of the outlier, the Thüringen. Oh, sorry, here's another one. 4 billion. These guys are packing 6 16-inchers. And tons of secondaries. I only have 2 battle cruisers as my capital ships. I got the Blade Master and I have the Commander Valkyrie. Now these 2 ships are packing 12.9s. Their, let's say, secondary solution for battleships is torpedo launchers. Outside of that, I have about 20 cruisers and a couple of DDs. So I might be able to win this. This is going to be a fun fight. As for the tally, my ships have the numbers 28 ships, they have 18 ships, but 4 very serious battleships. There is a potential here to take about 400,000 tons worth of battleship of them out of the fight. Remove them from the fight, so either just take them out in the sense that they're going to be out of action for months due to repairs, or that they're going to be out of commission for good. If I can get option 2, that would be very much appreciated. Now, all of my heavy cruisers appear to be in divs of 3. It's a bit weird. But okay, this is what we get. Let's make the best of it. Yeah, I can probably actually get some benefits from this, because I can send these cruisers in kind of groups of 3, maybe 6. And then have them do 1 torpedo run, and then another group does a torpedo run, and so forth and so on. So these guys are going to be joining Div 5. You're going to continue on your merry way. And these guys will join. Excellent. Over here I should be able to do something similar. We have this group here, we have this group here, so you guys can join this. If you've got a larger fleet engagement like this, I highly recommend that you make it, let's say, as easy to manage as possible. Because otherwise you'll be fighting the game half the time. I mean, the game's already fighting itself. Oh, that's a really old one. Okay. It's a Mark V. But that's a really old one. I gotta go through the fleet and figure out if I have ships which are all kind of speed compatible. Otherwise, we'll have something. Yeah, here we go. We have 2 ships over here that are capable of only doing 23 knots. It's the Reach Creeper and the Guangdong. So, with these guys out of this formation, they can actually speed along. And that speed is safety in this case. Over here, it's the same deal. Okay, who of you is old? Jason, you're old. You're old. Join Div 7. Is that all the old girls now? Yeah, this is all the old girls club. I think. You're not. Oh, you're a Jillen. You're also doing 24 knots. Yeah, you're fairly old. Okay. As for the battle cruisers, These guys carry torpedoes, and as such are potentially a threat to my fleet as well. So let's turn those off. We have spotted the Germans. 70 clicks out? Wow. Welcome to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts AWACS. So, time jump. Here we are. Definitely in range. Heavy cruisers, now sort of organized, because it turns out it was an even bigger mess than I had anticipated. So many different classes of cruiser, and logistics is turning into a nightmare. I have a division, if you want to call it that, of relatively old ships. They're all doing about 23, 24, 25. The rest of them far faster, doing 33 knots. So trying to herd all of these ships into the right positions is proving a little tricky. The DDs over here on the flank might be useful in providing a distraction and potentially going after the battleships, which are... they're kind of leading the fight here. Okay, I don't want you guys to torp yet. Just go in a... I don't know. Go in a gentle turn. Stay there. While my heavy cruisers start working on the lighter escort ships that they have here. They don't have that many, but these cruisers can be a serious threat with all that secondary firepower. So, they gotta go. As for this battleship, this is the one that's armed with the 16-inchers. So it's the only $4 billion for a ship. It's a bargain. Yet, it has to get sunk, somehow. And I know that they tend to use cramped crew quarters. So maybe I can exploit that. Maybe I can exploit my torpedo launchers on the heavy cruisers, but I'm gonna have to wait a little bit for that, because I don't have the range. Not yet. Let's have the CAs slow down just a touch, allowing the whole formation to sort of reform, and at the same time allow these guys to get a bit more accurate. We're gonna definitely focus our efforts here, because this battleship is, well, outside of peppering it with HE, mostly unassailable at this point. I might, however, be able to damage it with the 12-inchers, but that too, I think will not really resort any effect. So we might have to just slug them with AP and hope we can get a deck pen at this range, which is about 28 kilometers, so let's say 30. I can pen 7 inches of deck armor. So it is possible that we'll be able to do at least some damage to them before the heavy cruisers get there. I'm going to have the DDs just smoke up as they are on their gentle turn. They're kind of in an orbit here, if you will. And as they are over there, they're already presenting themselves as a threat. So you can see that the German formation is doing its level best to at least get some shells down there. And it's even distracting some of the battleships. The AI still hates, absolutely hates, the presence of a torpedo launcher on a ship. If you have a torpedo launcher on a ship, the AI will make short work of it. They will prioritize it. Every single time. This is a fast one, this is a fast one, this is not a fast one. You need to join the old ladies club here. That means that these two can now speed up. Here we go. Zhengji over there is taking quite a bit of damage. This heavy cruiser, however, is not. Disappointing. Okay. We're now 15 clicks out, so we're getting into a position from where I might be... well, I might be gearing up for a torpedo attack. What do we have over here? That's another fast cruiser division. Well, most of them, except for the Jilin itself. Oh wow, you're the OG Jilin. Okay. Well, you can join this div, and now we have 10 ships in a single division. I really hope that the 10-inch guns from some of those really old cruisers are going to be useful. I think they can be. I think they can be. This whole division, fire high explosive. I know we don't carry too much of it, but if we're going to have to use it anywhere, it's going to have to be here. Simply because anything else is not that likely to go through. Can you not do that? Pretty please. Are you... I don't have anything going there, so I think they're trying to torpedo the destroyers. Okay. Well, I guess that means that the torpedo distraction of the destroyers here is working. Oh, you're just shy of torpedo range. Oh, we got another nice little bouquet. I think that is again aimed at the DDs, because I have no ships going there. Yeah. So the heavy cruisers just wasted a lot of their torpedo armament on a couple of destroyers that are just orbiting. Excellent. Excellent. Now, unfortunately, I think the Jiangxi is not going to survive the battle. So let's have her aggressively launch torpedoes. While she still can. Well, this is not going to be very long. Come on, you got a quadruple, no, quintuple even, torpedo launcher. It's 5 torps. Even if one hits, that is going to be at least some contribution to the battle. In the meanwhile, their enemy battleship is taking a serious amount of high explosive fire. Yet, seems not to really care. Is everybody in torpedo range? Kind of? Oh, it's 2 battleships for the price of 1. Oh, we flooded him? Yeah, 4 belt pen with a 12.9 incher from the battle cruisers. Surprising. Very welcome. Alright, let's torpedo that group. 2 battleships. Anybody who has a torpedo launcher that can point in that general direction, let's go. Because we might, between the 8 of us here, get quite a serious torpedo screen. I'm not sure if they want to launch. Because they're just out of range. Yeah, we're gonna have to get a little closer here. Okay, what's the status on that battleship? After all this firepower, they have lost 2% of their crew. Right. So that's a nice display of nothing. Gentlemen, it's done orbiting time, and we're gonna actively use torpedoes now. I also have... What's that, the old boys? Or the old girls club? No. You. Launch torpedoes. Target this battleship here. Kaiser Karl der Große. Not the expensive one, but I think the expensive one is right behind it. Here's heavy cruiser York. I kind of need the BCs to be on the front line, but at the same time they'll die there very quickly. So all these torpedoes that these guys carry are, at least for now, going to waste. There goes the Jiangxi. We have torpedoes out. But... they need to hit those battleships, lest I find my own formation in the path. That's... not great. What's your torpedo range? Should be in range, right? 10 clicks. Yeah, send it. Normal aggressiveness. Focus on... focus your torps on this. Focus your main guns on the second one. Normal. And try not to torpedo a friendly while you're at it. This is still part of that. Oh, they're all trying to crash into each other. This is when you kind of have to manually address the torpedo threat that these guys pose to each other. Which is very annoying, but if you don't do it, your ships will die. Fairly swiftly so. Okay, so... you launched your torps, Jiangxi, but you're doing 42 knots out of 24. Cool. And your torpedoes are how fast? 31 knots. So, for all intents and purposes, your torpedoes are behind you now? Because you did just... where are your torps, dude? Meow. That's an inbound torp. What the hell? Hold on. This big heavy cruiser division might have other issues. Because we have destroyers coming in from awfully short range. I was distracted. And it might cost me. Let's turn torpedo avoidance on there as well. I still have this group here. We're also going to have these guys pitch in. Torpedo dodge on. Formation change not. Did my DDs launch to kind of at the battleship? Yeah, the torps are here and here. What is this? Some sort of catamaran in building? This is some really tight formation sailing here. That is probably not what the AI had intended, but it's nice to see that they too suffer from the effects of, well, a lack of a formation system. Well, we're getting some damage in the secondary guns. They've lost 6% of their crew. The Kaiser, only 5%. How fast are you going then? You're doing 29 knots, and you can actually do that. Okay. The Graf Spee is doing 37 knots out of 31. This game. Ah, we got a DD eliminated. Perfect. But is that in time? Yes, it is. Because this DD did not launch yet, neither did this, and then probably the last one didn't either. This is Div 8. Target this with the primes, that with the secondaries. Go get them before they get you. Mechamatic 049 already changing course after a torpedo launch from, I think, something else, because it was not the DD. The game is starting to run a little bit like slideshow. You guys. And I'm not even sure what to torp anymore. This must be the Xi'an. You're doing 50 knots. Okay. We might get something going on to this battleship yet. No, these are... Okay, there goes a DD of mine. There goes a DD of theirs. Here comes the Jilin. Are you also flooring it? Yes, you're doing 50 knots. Who needs gas turbines when you got this? I might actually run into that torp now. Oh. Yeah. Bonk. Thank you. Idiot. Jilin. Get out. Wait, who did I just... Who did I just disengage from the formation then? If it was not you. Over here we got the Turingen, which is somewhat hurt. Took 3 torps. I'm not sure if those were mine or theirs. Mine. Jilin, if you can, make yourself useful. On your way out, that is. The York is finally going down. The Hexie somehow raced through the whole German formation at 56 knots and is fine. That is excellent. Oh, you're about to collide with a DD. You might have sunk it, but it's not quite down yet. I need to get the Ganzu out of here. I would very much like to reuse this ship at some later date. Ah, Gili, you're also going to ram this thing. Don't. What is left of this main cruise division? You're all kind of in the same area. That's a win. Okay. So what are we dealing with? A heavy cruiser, a couple of DDs. We got cruisers in the back. My DDs are dead. The Graf Spee is still running around like speedboats. The Star has been somewhat damaged. And we got the Kaiser Karl der Grosse on full health. And we got the Xi'an doing something apparently all by itself. As it was dodging torpedoes, I guess? Like, I can't really explain why you're out here when the rest of your formation is going the other way. But maybe dodging torps? I think the torpedo system and the torpedo, well, let's say solutions are completely off. Considering how fast some of these ships are going. Like, they're way faster than than they ought to be. And the game is probably going to be sort of throwing torpedo solutions out the window. Because if a ship is doing far more than its advertised speed, how are you supposed to calculate any kind of a torpedo attack? It is still weird seeing a heavy cruiser go at a speed which is going to be impressive when you're looking at it from a destroyer point of view. I mean, I think plenty of destroyers would be jealous at the speed that this ship can get up to. Ow. I was using those. I think we have done very, very little to these battleships for now. This is one whole torpedo? Yeah. Underwhelming. Where are the battle cruisers at? You guys still safe? Oh, you're way, way, way too safe there. You need to start speeding up and get back into the battle. This is the old girls club. Let's target the star. Don't torp anything. We apparently managed to lodge a couple of torpedoes into this ship. Yeah. Very good. We destroyed their torpedo launchers, which is even better. Heavy cruiser Hexy is still running around into the enemy formation. Hexy, I want you to target the V-57. I think the star is not going to be around for much longer. Oh, we got a hit on the Thüringen as well. Or somebody did. What are my battle cruisers targeting by now? We're apparently still going for the Kaiser. Yeah, that's fine. If we can finish off at least one of these ships, that'd be nice. Gansu is surrendering / disengaging. We got a heavy cruiser Gili over here. Go target something like this, I don't know. You guys can join this. We need to have far fewer divisions on the field because it's turning into a serious mess. Heavy cruiser Liaoning. Detach. Join one of the retreating divs. Go here. Get out. That leaves, let's say, the main destroyer line of 7. Sorry, main cruiser line of 7 ships here. This thing can take a hit. Good lord. Let's go to auto selection because I think armor piercing should have sunk this thing a while ago. Put some secondaries on the DDs. The 5-incher should be capable of at least laying down some suppressive fire there. What are you? Jing'an. Well, you might as well disengage now. I'm sorry that this is turning into such a mess, but I'm trying to manage what used to be a fleet of 28 ships, and the formation system is not making it very pleasant to work with. So in case you're going, what the hell is going on? Well, if you figure it out, let me know in the comments. Because I too would very much like to know. This is... where's the old boys club? Here. You guys are almost done sinking that heavy. Start putting pressure on the DD. Okay, we're gonna have to... yeah, this guy's gonna go here, this group. This group's gonna go here. We have... the Shaanxi just running off for some unknown reason. Whatever, you're too far away from the battle anyway. Just disengage. You're disengaging. Yep. Then we have the heavy cruiser division. Whatever's left of it. Operating to the side here. Yes. And we got Gansu and Liaoning, which ought to be disengaging. And we got the battle cruisers. Alright. Now that the star has been eliminated, I need to switch the attention of these heavy cruisers, yeah, exactly for that reason, over to the DDs. Because maybe we can race after the Kaiser Karl der Große and pepper it with a bit of HE, or maybe even short-range armor piercing, because they don't have that much armor. Especially their superstructure is a very good target. So, let's go after these DDs, cut our way through. And then, oh, there's also the Graf Spee out there, which just sent a torpedo after the Liao Bei there. Now, I know that I have my torpedo avoidance on and that the ships generally start misbehaving the moment that you put that on. But it's going to be so difficult for me to detect all the torps that I'd rather have my formations be a little disrupted than have ships just get needlessly torpedoed because I'm not paying attention to everything. Heavy cruisers. Open fire. Torpedo the 12244. Oh, sorry, 1244. And sink this. Because it's getting in my way. That ought to do it. There's one of the prize ships. No. Which are the ones that I really need to sink? That's the Graf. And it's the 1244? Yeah, those are the most expensive ones. So those definitely need to go. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's not exactly going to be that much of a deal. This heavy cruiser should stop dodging at torps at this point. The other line should get kind of disentangled right about now. And we're just blowing HE right through the superstructures, eliminating secondary guns. Just putting as much pressure on this particular ship as possible. Right here. As for the other formations, which are still trying to work together, you need to disengage. Chaoyong. Off you go. Leaving me with 3 ships here, which are doing 12 knots for some unknown reason. There you go. Oh, probably because the Chaoyong can only do 12. Yeah, that's it. Okay, you're down to 12.3% crew loss. Ideally, these heavy cruisers have launched, and some of them indeed have. So, you should start seeing torps in the water. Yeah, some here. It's not exactly where I would expect the torps to go. Shit. Torpedo dodging on. Because apparently some of my ships decided that that battleship was going to end up, well, here or here. And now I'm going to be torping my own ships. Isn't that lovely? Over here we got, again, 2 battleships trying to merge. And we have the Graf Spee. I am awfully close to all of these ships, and I'm spreading my attention out way too much. Because I got a very badly damaged Kaiser Karl, we got the heavily damaged Thüringen, and then we got Graf Spee. And they're all taking a little bit of damage. But this guy is so close that I kind of want it gone. And some of these ships might have a torpedo launcher ready. Most of them probably do not. 8% crew lost, 16% crew lost. You got what crew? Cramped crew. Okay, so it's going to get progressively worse with damage control. The Heijang Div. You guys also need to pitch in here. Ah, flooding. Battle cruisers, are you guys here yet? You are. You beautiful ships. 4 kilometers out, ready torpedo launchers. These guys have torps, which are 21 inchers. I'm going to tell the Blade Master not to launch. I only want the Commander Valkyrie to launch. It's not a great launch because it's right in their face. There's the sound of the torpedo launch, and there's the second one. You're going to split. Split. Off you go. There, we got more flooding on them. They've now lost 24% of their crew. And they're starting to turn. So those torpedoes likely won't hit, and that's why I saved the launch from the Blade Master. Because once this thing is done turning, I can launch again with Blade Master, and I can pretty easily get a couple of really good hits in. Potentially pushing this ship down. There you go, that's 2 hits. Now you can launch. Here's your target. You need to be a little careful. Because I was expecting to launch a bit earlier. There we go. Flash fire. That's very welcome. Turn, dude. Oh, I'm messing up here. Sorry, guys. Oh, no. Well, fine. We got another 21,000 ton torpedo. Commander Valkyrie. Boom, 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 boom. And there's the ram. The good news is, Commander Valkyrie just pushed another torpedo set right into that battleship at point blank range. Okay, so you're now down to 35% crew. Crew lost. And you're hurting all over. What about this group? This is the old group. They were targeting Graf Spee. Hold on. Fujian. Yeah, you guys all launched torps. Okay. We're going to stop with the torpedo launching. I'm going to check in on this group, which is coming back. Yes. And we're all dealing with this battleship. Now, Commander Valkyrie over here took 2 torpedoes to the face, yet lived. So, actually 4 torpedoes, so that's very good. And with those 12.9s, they might not be deadly from afar, but at 1 kilometer range, I can pretty decently get some damage in. And I think we'll be able to sink our first big battleship. Followed potentially by Kaiser Karl, although we are focusing on Graf Spee. Are you alone, Hexy? You're part of Div 7. Okay, start switching fire. Down to 21% crew losses, down to 38. Very good. At this angle, you won't be able to damage much. The ship is still flooding too. Down to 32% buoyancy now. At this angle, AP won't help me. HE will. We got some flooding on the Graf Spee, that's good. That's the other one with 17 inches, so that's the other really expensive boat. Crap, I got torped by the battlecruiser. Hello. Just sail 600 meters past the battleship. See if anyone cares. Seems like they don't. Oh, good lord. The whole cruiser repair section is going to take a lot of time. Okay, fine. Oh, 40.7. These guys are down to 24, 25, 25%. 41% crew loss, 12% buoyancy left. I think once they start taking a bunch of damage, and then once they start losing one battleship, the second one's going to be pretty soon after. Because their, let's say their DPS is dropping. Let me guess, you're speeding? Yeah, you are. 65 knots. Jesus. What are you... what are you even targeting with this group? This battleship is going, what the hell? Why are the Chinese drifting past my ship at at this speed? Watch this, right? Meep, meep. Hey, we got one. Very good, guys. Well done. That's one of their battleships out. Everybody, focus on the next one. This one, the Graf Spee. You guys should not disengage. We're not there yet. Blade Master, full health. Target, Graf Spee. You're catching on. Excellent. You can now use AP, because this thing is nicely broadside. I will not have you launch torps, because it's the starboard side that's reloading. Graf Spee is up to 33% losses. Burning, flooding. Yeah, this thing is not going to make it out alive. It's death by 1,000 cuts. I mean, I've already hit more than 1,000 cuts. I've already hit it over 1,400 times by now. And accuracy against this thing is really good, because it's a massive target. So we're getting 55% accuracy. Which is probably only going to ramp up as we're knife fighting, essentially. It's just that this thing has a 17-inch knife. So that is somewhat scary. 40% crew lost. Yeah, we're gonna force this thing to surrender. Which is, well, I guess that's very Graf Spee of it. Although, well, actually Graf Spee never surrendered. I think they scuttled the ship. Because they knew that their time had basically come to surrender, and they didn't want to. At least that's as far as I remember. 42.9, 43, 44... Give it up. Give it up. What are these heavy cruisers doing? Not much. 44.7. Come on. 45.2. You're gone. Next. Who shall we take on? Who's the easiest one? 13% crew loss, 18% crew loss. Here's your next target. Right here. You get to select your own ammunition. But you do get to pick that as a target. Songjiang, once again, speeding by another battleship, trying to join the formation. Yeah, right. Do I have any formations that I'm forgetting about? No. Yeah, we're not targeting the heavy cruisers, boys. Low priority target. Don't ram it. We're just showing off now. Yeah, it's just showing off. My captains are getting a little brazen here. Too brazen for my taste. Battle line here. Yeah, okay, so let them just do their HE slugging for a bit. Thankfully, this guy does not come with torpedoes, so that's one thing less to worry about. And unfortunately, the heavy cruisers do. They are heavy cruisers. So it is possible that I'll lose at least some more capabilities of staying afloat to that very torpedo effect. Come on, 20% crew loss, 21... Hold on, this is a different breed. Oh, but still cramped crew quarters. Well. Yeah, there it is. Blade Master took a whole bunch of torps and is about to take more. No! Use the speed. Not to catch all of them. Okay, fine. Get out of here. I should have babysit this battle cruiser a bit more, because now it's gone. Ugh. Okay, fine. Instantly it slows down as well. What is your price? 376. That's fairly cheap. You're getting hit by what? By the 16-inch from the battleship? So you're saying this battleship over yonder, 29 clicks out, is still targeting you? Okay. You'd think that it would start actively engaging something that's a bit closer. You'd be wrong. Here's the Gilet Div. Well, these guys are actually sticking to the speed limit quite nicely. How about that? Unfortunately, I think we've run out of HE a long time ago, so any damage that we do to the crew is now armor piercing. But that means we're also doing damage to the hull. And this hull has already suffered quite a few impacts. So as good as their armor is, and it's pretty good with a 17.8-inch main belt, it is going to buckle under all this pressure. Did you just send your torps? Well, there are some torps. 35% crew loss. Oh, hold on. We have a couple of CAs trying to get annoying over here. Yeah, you know what? It's a 7-inch gun. And half a pack of torpedo launchers, so let's just hope that we can survive this. While we murder one of their battleships. The other battlecruiser is retreating. Yeah, Commander Valkyrie's out. Come on. 36. We'll get him. And all you guys can do is sit there and watch all those shells coming in, because you're not running. And your crew is not going to be able to fix the ship, so it's a done deal. Now, of course, I did take some losses. I think all my DDs died. I lost a battlecruiser. But considering the price tag of these things, it just pales in comparison. And what's potentially more interesting is that taking 400,000 tons of battleship off the board is also going to free up the way for potentially more invasions. Because by getting rid of all of those battleships, all of that tonnage, it's possible that the army logistics for the Germans is going to drop. And when it does, that means I have more options in dealing with potentially very lucrative invasion options. Okay, this thing is sunk. Actually proper sunk. Now we're going to deal with these heavy cruisers. And on, turn. We're going to start turning this way. The main CA line is still... Oh, they're still around. No, this is the old line. Like, the main CA line is taking quite a beating here. Oh. Fujian, how fast are you going? 45 knots. Okay, and you're retorping or counter-torping the Admiral Hipper here. But missing your spread. It's unfortunate. Would have been nice. Don't think the Hipper's going to survive, though. Friedrich Karl already badly damaged, and the Princess Wilhelm... Mwah. We can take her down. As for this battleship here... Where are you at? Anybody seen a 90,000 ton ship? Oh, sorry, 104. Yeah, there it is. Okay, come round. Get rid of the Hipper. I think we can sink her before her crew dies. Yeah, her buoyancy is dropping. Excellent, excellent. That's another one down. And then switch to Friedrich Karl. Where? What? What? Why are you all the way over here, Songjiang? What is this story? Oh, sometimes these ships just... Like, I get that you're trying to dodge a torpedo or something, but you're now 9 kilometers away from your leader. So, well, I think the saying is take me to your leader. Well, get back to your leader. Friedrich Karl. We need what? 2 floodings and she's gone. Pen to main tower. 3 engines out. She won't run anywhere. I am concerned about my ammunition count, though. Liao Bai over here only has 150 shells left, and after that it's all, well, 5-inch. So we still have a battleship to take down. And I'm not sure if I have the ammo for that. Dude, come on. How's the fight against this battleship going? That's the other div here. Yeah, that's the old div. How are you guys doing with your torps? Oh, you got torps ready. Pop them. Normal launch. Yeah, many of these still have their side launchers. It's just 1 torp, but if every ship launches 1 torp, that can still add up to the damage that battleship's gonna have to either dodge or just face. So let's go! And as for your ammunition, it's actually, at least in the Guangdong here, pretty good. The Guangdong has taken more damage than she's dished out, but, well, she's still very well afloat, 100% buoyancy. Only took some structural damage. As for, let's say, the oldest ships, yeah, they're still pitching in. Unfortunately, they ran out of ammo probably a long time ago. But those 8-inchers are still useful. The 10-inchers did... not that much. But hey, it's, what? It's about 9,000 tons. Which is what we would now call a light cruiser. And it is adding up to the damage here. That was a dud. We finally hit him with a torpedo and it's a dud. How are the heavy cruisers faring? Jesus, you're still not dead? Wow. That's disappointing. Okay. Just start pointing your bows towards the other battleship. Head over there. Because these cruisers are just flat out refusing to sink. Despite my best efforts, they're just refusing to sink. Hey, there goes Thüringen. The last of their battleships. So now it's just 2 heavy cruisers and we're done. Now, I think my casualties were what, like 4 ships? I think it's not that bad. I think we've had far worse. Far worse. And I am already working on a couple more of the cursed fish, so I'm definitely capable of bringing even more trouble to the Germans. It's just unfortunate that the Germans aren't fighting the French anymore. It was handy when they were fighting the French. Just have the French serve at least as a distraction with their own fleet in Europe. But sadly, that war quickly got concluded. Oh, this is going to take a while, I'm afraid. Oh, well... Princess Wilhelm is flooding. Sinking. What are you thinking about? Well, water. Sorry. German joke. Friedrich Karl. You've been hit 475 times. Do you think we're trying to tell you anything here? Shh. I'm just going to skip to the end here. This is going to take a while. Finally, the heavy cruisers understood what they were trying to accomplish, or rather what I was trying to accomplish. Losses, 4 ships. Enemy sunk. We have sunk all 14 of their ships. Leading me to 323,993 victory points. Subtract what I kind of owe them, if you will, we're looking at about 318,000. Unfortunately, the Blade Master, due to carelessness, got sunk. But, well, acceptable casualty considering exactly how much tonnage I was able to remove from the German fleet. Now, thankfully, we did get some of the crew back, some of the survivors. And maybe we made the area just a little bit safer for me to future invade it. Unfortunately, I think we'll have a lot of cruisers out for the fight for a very long time. Because some of these things took disastrous amounts of damage. Oh, they're all at sea. Right. They're still considered to be in the Central Atlantic. Because they were just parked here. So, yeah, they're still there. Interesting. They still... there's more. Oh, there's more. Make a break for it. We're not fighting again. Especially most of my ships here are out of ammo. Like, at the end of the battle, they just ran completely dry. The 9-inch guns for most of the ships were out. Just completely out. Anyway, what did this do to the Germans? Their army logistics is 100%. Crap. But I did take 4 battleships away from them. And they only have 2.5 million tons of displacement versus my million. So one time I think I'm making progress, and then I feel like I'm kind of not. So join me for the next time, as we're going to be going once again up to the Germans with this battle. Nah, I'll take that off screen. As for the other invasion, that's this one. I'm trying to prevent the Dominican Republic from being completely overrun by the Germans, which they will accomplish by invading them in turn. So we'll see if this is going to work. Thank you for watching this, guys. I'll see you soon for the next.